Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. So this is a rumor that's been buzzing around NFL circles, and it's got Giants fans talking the possibility of Aiden Hutchinson, the Detroit Lions' rising star, making his way to the Big Apple in the offseason of 2026. Yeah, I know it sounds wild, but the reports are serious enough to get Giants fans excited and maybe even a little nervous. The Lions, currently sitting at a 5-3 record, are facing a tricky situation with their defensive line. They have some aging players, and their run defense has been a bit of a concern, giving up an average of 120 yards per game. Plus, the Lions are dealing with a cap crunch, with about $25 million in available space, but are also dealing with a lot of veteran contracts that might not be sustainable long-term. Now here's the kicker. The Giants appear to be preparing a bold move to land Hutchinson, potentially offering a blockbuster trade involving their 2026 top 10 first-round pick and their 2027 first-rounder. It sounds like a steep price, but if you look at Hutchinson's performance, it might be worth it. Hutchinson, a bendy, relentless pass rusher with a motor that seems to never stop, has been dominating in 2025. He's played 8 games so far with impressive stats: 7 solo tackles, 3 assisted, and 8 sacks. Just to clarify, he's been a force on the edge, ranked 5th among all NFL edge rushers, with a total of 8 sacks. He also leads the league with 4 forced fumbles, showcasing his game-changing ability. His PFF grade is sitting at an impressive 89.8, and he's generated 42 pressures with 18 quarterback hits, which translate into a pressure rate of around 28%. His run-stopping ability is also notable, with a 45% win rate on run plays, meaning he's a nightmare for offensive linemen trying to hold him back. And here's what makes Hutchinson so intriguing. He's only in his 4th season, and over his career, he's amassed 5 sacks, 95 solo tackles, and has been selected to 3 Pro Bowls. He's also a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year in 2024, with a power and explosiveness reminiscent of Joey Bosa at his peak. What's more, he's been healthy all season, avoiding the injuries that sometimes hamper young pass rushers. For the Lions, trading Hutchinson would be a way to infuse youth into their defensive front, avoid a potential $22 million cap hit, and focus on rebuilding their offense, which has been a strength. In New York, adding Hutchinson would be a game-changer. The Giants' pass rush, which currently ranks around 25th in sacks with 18, would leap into the top tier over 22% increase in pressures, making quarterbacks panic in the pocket. Hutchinson's ability to collapse the pocket in just 5 seconds would make life miserable for opposing offenses, creating a domino effect that benefits the entire defense. His ability to generate turnovers weekly, with an expected increase of around 18%, would turn the Giants into one of the most feared defenses in the league. Pairing him with Kayvon Thibodeaux, who has 6 sacks this season, would give New York a duo that could consistently dominate and force teams into third and long situations, setting up the Giants' defense to thrive. This kind of pressure would do wonders for the Giants' offense, which could benefit from shorter fields and more scoring opportunities. The team's offensive output could see a boost of around 10 points per game, thanks to more turnovers and better field position. With the Giants sitting at around +50, 0 odds to win the Super Bowl, and now possibly dropping to +8, 0 if they land Hutchinson, the playoff picture becomes even more tantalizing. Their chances to make a deep playoff run would be significantly boosted. Think of the impact similar to what Watt brought to the 2025 Texans, with a +20% increase in defensive EPA. A dominant pass rush like that could evoke memories of the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who racked up a staggering 41 sacks that season. Imagine the Giants' defense, led by Hutchinson, transforming into a historic unit, a front that's not just good but legendary. His presence would elevate the entire team, making the Giants a perennial contender and turning their defense into a nightmare for offenses every week. The vision here is bold, a front regaining control, unleashing chaos, and pushing the Giants back into the Super Bowl conversation. It's a move that screams ambition And honestly, it could be the kind of shakeup that puts New York back on top, reclaiming their spot among the NFL's elite. Now, of course, all of this hinges on many factors. The Lions might be hesitant to part with Hutchinson, especially since he's still young, and they see him as a cornerstone for their future. But if the Giants are willing to put up the right package, including their high-value picks, it could be enough to sway Detroit. They're prioritizing youth, cap flexibility, and building around their offensive stars, but a trade like this would shift the division dynamic significantly. The NFC East already has a lot of talent, but adding a player like Hutchinson would make it even more competitive. Giants fans, we've seen how a strong pass rush can change a team's fate. Just look at the recent playoff runs of teams with dominant edge rushers. Hutchinson could be that missing piece for the Giants, one that takes them from contenders to Super Bowl favorites. So what's the bottom line? It's a high-stakes gamble for the Giants, but if they pull it off, they could be setting themselves up for a new era of dominance. The defense would become a fortress, and they'd have the kind of pass rush that keeps quarterbacks awake at night. It's a bold move, but hey, Giants fans love a little excitement, right? We're talking about transforming the team, adding a young star with the potential to be one of the league's best for years to come. The coming months will tell us if this rumor turns into reality, but one thing is for sure, the Giants are not standing still. They're eyeing big moves, and Hutchinson might just be the next piece of the puzzle to bring back that championship swagger. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Giants have a lot to consider. The current season has been promising, with some flashes of brilliance on both sides of the ball. The offense, led by Daniel Jones, is starting to find its rhythm, especially with the addition of some young weapons and the return of key players from injury. But the real game changer could be on the defensive side, and Hutchinson's name keeps coming up as a potential piece to elevate this team into true contenders. With his ability to disrupt passing lanes, generate pressure, and force turnovers, he's the kind of player that can flip the script in critical moments. The Giants' coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, has proven they can develop talent and maximize player potential, so bringing in a star like Hutchinson could push this team over the edge. Meanwhile, the NFC East remains fiercely competitive. The Eagles are still stacked, the Cowboys are always in the mix, and Washington is looking to rebound. The Giants know that to truly contend, they need to make bold moves, and acquiring Hutchinson could be just that. It's a move that would send a statement to the rest of the league. The Giants are serious about competing now, not just in the near future. It's about establishing a culture of dominance, of relentless pursuit of excellence, and Hutchinson embodies that mindset perfectly. Of course, fans are also dreaming about what this means for the long term. A player like Hutchinson, entering his prime, could anchor the Giants' pass rush for the next several seasons. It's a gamble, no doubt. Trading away valuable draft capital always carries risk. But sometimes you have to take that leap to get to the next level. The Giants have been building steadily over the past couple of years, and this kind of move could accelerate their championship window. Imagine the roar of MetLife Stadium when Hutchinson sprints off the edge, sacking quarterbacks and energizing the entire team and fan base. In the end, whether or not this trade materializes, it's exciting to think about the possibilities. The Giants are a team on the rise, and with the right pieces, they could be back in the Super Bowl picture sooner rather than later. The idea of adding a young, elite pass rusher like Hutchinson is tantalizing. It's the kind of bold move that defines a franchise's identity: aggressive, ambitious, and hungry for greatness. The future is bright, and Giants fans should stay tuned, because this offseason could bring surprises that will shape the next chapter of Giants football. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.